one of the first things you look at are the doors and windows for drafts and how you might be able to improve those and reduce that draft infiltration from there. Then you look at waste pipes that are going through the floor, specifically or the walls. If you can't reach them from underneath or inside, then you need to look at them from the top and seal around their penetration. Kitchens where moisture generation, laundries that are attached to living areas and open to living areas are all areas of great moisture generation, and you're really looking at getting rid of it at source as it's created as effectively as possible. And also in the case of bathrooms, making sure that you've got an extract fan in there, and the extract fan can only work if the windows are shut and the door is shut, so that the volume, it's not trying to extract the volume of the external atmosphere but working on the volume of the room. Sometimes in the depths of winter it's also a good idea to have some heat in the bathroom to gather that moisture and facilitate that process and dry the walls effectively. That way you won't get mould and mildew growing on the surfaces. But you also may need to have a look at how well sealed the doors are. If there's too big a gap underneath, then it's going to be drawing air and allowing moisture out into the living environment. Moisture extraction in bathrooms is about, first of all, having an extraction system that is dumping the moisture to atmosphere while it's being generated, having windows and doors closed while the moisture is being generated and for a period of about 10 minutes afterwards, and you can have quite readily fit a timer control behind the switch to the fan. But it's also about having the right sized fan, and this little baby here is pretty pathetic in terms of the amount of air that it will shift. Ways to check doors and windows for drafts. The back of your hand is more sensitive than the front of your hand, obviously, so even holding the back of your hand and running it down, if you're not really feeling anything but you suspect there's still air coming in, an incense stick is quite good, but don't inhale the smoke too much if you can avoid it. I believe it's not good for you. Where the ceiling hatch is not sealed or insulated over, and that of course is just allowing both hot air to come in during the summer and make the house warmer from all the gathered air in the roof, and that would be the most disgustingly dirty air that you could possibly introduce to the house and to your lungs. So it needs to be sealed off, and with the heat, of course, in the winter, it would be dragging all the heat up there, and it would be carrying moisture and other pollutants with it, and hitting the surface of the roof and condensing, and then dropping down in the form of moisture and creating other problems. The thing about thermal curtains is that they tend to hold the moisture and gather the moisture that still is adhered to the window or is attracted by the cold surface of the window, and they can get quite mouldy quite quickly. And in a bedroom you don't want mould, particularly in this environment right next to where you're breathing. So a good thick curtain material with a tight weave will actually outperform a thermal curtain.